अस्सलाम वालेकुम ख़वातीन व हज़रात, एक बार फिर आपको खुशामदीद कहते हैं सबकी सोच में। और इस वक्त हम मौजूद हैं एम्बेसी ऑफ कज़ाकिस्तान में, और जहाँ पे हमें एम्बेसडर साहब के साथ गुफ्तगू करेंगे, उनके स्टे पाकिस्तान के बारे में बातचीत करेंगे, पाकिस्तान कज़ाकिस्तान के ताल्लुकात के बारे में बातचीत करेंगे। तो हमें वेलकम करते हैं और शुक्रिया भी अदा करते हैं मिस्टर यरजान किस्ताफीन साहब का कि उन्होंने हमारे लिए टाइम निकाला। सर, थैंक यू सो मच। हेलो, गुड मॉर्निंग।
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Thank you for coming.
Most welcome, sir.
So, first of all, you're definitely going to talk about how do you enjoy your stay in Pakistan? Like, what is your favorite part? The food, people, music, culture, or what?
First of all, thank you for coming once again.
You're always welcome.
You know, when it comes to Pakistan, when people ask me, what do you think and what do you feel about Pakistan? I always say that I feel like home. And
great.
My best part is you know, great people. You know, I believe that Pakistanis, they are one of the most hospitable people in the world. And the best part, of course, is Gilgit-Baltistan. It's a beautiful, stunning nature. I visited this region twice, and I believe it's one of the most beautiful places in the world.
Great.
Absolutely, absolutely. The connection and the brotherhood between Kazakhstan and the people of Pakistan has always been tremendous and self-explanatory. How do you think, since you've been here for almost 3.5 years, I believe? 2.5. 2.5 years. So how do you believe that the relationships can be improved further?
So last year we celebrated the 30th anniversary of establishment of diplomatic relations between Kazakhstan and Pakistan. But we are talking about only a modern history of our relations. In fact, our regions, our nations cooperated, interacted for centuries. And due to some events that took place in the past, somehow we lost this connection. Now we believe it's time to reconnect, and it's time to revive those brotherly relations that we used to enjoy in the past. So when it comes to the current state of play, I must say that we are on the right track. Our leaders, they meet on regular basis. Last year, your Prime Minister, His Excellency, then Shehbaz Sharif, he visited Astana. He participated in the big international regional forum that we organized. And at the sidelines of this event, he met with our president. And both sides agreed that we need to boost cooperation between Kazakhstan and Pakistan. So when it comes to political dialogue, I must say that our dialogue is, I would say, is well developed, and we have developed very good relations at the level of our leaders. But when it comes to our economic cooperation, our bilateral trades, our cultural ties, there is a great scope. And there is a lot of things that needs to be done. And I'm happy to say that this year, for example, at the beginning of July, we launched direct flights from Lahore to Almaty.
Oh, that's very nice.
And the flight duration is 2 hours, 10 minutes. It's almost the same like between Islamabad and Karachi.
Exactly.
So it shows how close we are. Even despite the fact that we don't have a common border, we're still close to each other. And when it comes to our culture, religion, traditions, language, we have so many things in common.
Exactly.
So this is the reason why I believe that these direct flights will be instrumental in terms of bringing our nations closer to each other. The first thing that we need to do when it comes to, for example, our business communities, we have to build trust. That's why we're organizing on regular basis different events dedicated to our B2B cooperation.
Exactly.
So frankly speaking, there are so many avenues for developing cooperation.
There's another avenue, and that is online visa applications.
Yes.
I think you're already working on that.
Yeah.
And if that would be introduced, it would be very easy for the people of Kazakhstan and, of course, people of Pakistan, to travel and do business.
Sure. You're right. Absolutely. Nowadays, we manage to facilitate visa regime. For example, if business people, if they want to travel to Kazakhstan, they just have to send a letter on my name saying that this is my company, we are planning to visit Kazakhstan to explore business opportunities, and basing on this letter, they don't need any kind of invitation or anything else. Within 3 days they would get their visa.
3 days?
3 days. 3 days would be needed. Mr. Ambassador, we are talking about the culture of Kazakhstan, and we know that Kazakhstan and Pakistan both are really rich when it comes to culture, history or heritage. What other steps do you think should be taken taken in order to showcase the cultures of both countries?
So we are planning, inshallah, to sign the MOU on developing cooperation in culture, tourism, sports, and media. So the main idea is to fill the gap. When I just joined our mission 2.5 years ago, I identified two main issues that we should be focused on. The first one is lack of information. And as you rightly said, that in terms of culture, we have so many things in common. So what we need to do, we need to develop cooperation between our respective organizations. On regular basis, we meet with the PNCA, for example.
Yes.
On regular basis, I'm meeting your federal ministers on, culture, tourism. Recently, I met with Minister of Information. So this is a very complex, multi-dimensional issue. It is not only about cultures. It is also about engaging you, my dear friends. I mean, representatives of the media communities, because through you we can reach millions of people.
Yes.
And we could exchange, for example, TV programs, shows, movies, historical programs.
Media can be a powerful
exactly.
tool for that.
In fact, the media community could be and should be instrumental in terms of raising awareness of our peoples about commonalities that we have in our cultures. And another very important part, we should organize events, offline events.
Yeah.
For example, during our last Republic Day reception, we organized a fashion show. So we invited our fashion designers from Kazakhstan to be part of this show, and we arranged a collaboration between fashion designers of Pakistan and Kazakhstan. Because when it comes to a fashion industry, it is not only about money. It is not only about fashion. It is also about our culture, our traditions, and many other things. Jewelers, so many sectors which are very relevant to the fashion industry can be activated. And for example, next year, at the beginning of March, I met with Dr. Gohar Ijaz, a Minister of Commerce, who is also from the textile industry, and he knows a lot about this, sector. So at the beginning of March next year, we are planning to organize a big fashion show in Almaty. This time, we want to invite your fashion designers,
Pakistani fashion designers,
best Pakistani fashion designers, to come to Kazakhstan and to showcase
showcase the culture of Pakistan.
Exactly. This is another tool to promote the soft image of your beautiful country.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, today it's about misperception. Still, many people think that Pakistan is a country of terrorism, extremism. I always say that it's one very small piece of this great country that and this is great honor for me to represent Kazakhstan in such a beautiful country as Pakistan. But what we need to do in collaboration with the media community, in collaboration with the cultural organizations, we have to promote soft image of your country to show another beautiful face of Pakistan.
And of course, in the promotion of the soft image of both the countries, because many people would be unknown, even in Pakistan, even in Kazakhstan, about the culture of Pakistan.
True.
And of course, we're unknown to many things about Kazakhstan. There could be also a media exchange or media tours, the media persons can go and showcase, building up on that soft image. Mr. Ambassador, I also want to ask you, because a lot of people, a lot of Pakistanis are watching this program right now, and they are curious about the business opportunities maybe that they could go and invest in Kazakhstan. And of course, a major part of our country is youth. They need studies. So even the process and opportunities for good studies for our Pakistani people.
So I will start from the business opportunities. I always see that when it comes to cooperation between Kazakhstan and Pakistan, it should be and it will be a complementary one. You have the things that we need, and we have the things that you need.
Absolutely.
So Kazakhstan, being the largest landlocked country in the world, needs access to the warm waters. And through Pakistan, probably we can have the shortest route. Kazakhstan is rich of oil, gas, wheat, uranium, so on and so forth. So we will be more than happy to share this, natural resources deposits that we have in Kazakhstan, exporting them to Pakistan, because we know that you are facing great energy deficit right now. And on the other hand, when it comes to textile, pharmaceutical industry, surgical instruments, agriculture, machinery, IT sector. These are the sectors which are of utmost importance for our country, and we are planning to activate cooperation in these fields. Not mentioning manga diplomacy. I call it manga diplomacy. Yes, it's a.
That is a sweeter diplomacy.
Yes, you're right. Absolutely.
Diplomacy is always sweeter.
Yeah. So this is what we are actually focused on today. At the end of December next month, we are planning to organize the 12th session of our Intergovernmental Joint Commission. I met with Minister of Finance, Dr. Shamshat Akhtar, and she kindly confirmed her participation in the upcoming event. And we have a very good tradition. At the sidelines of the Intergovernmental Joint Commission, we are also organizing a business forum. So we bring our business community. Last December, exactly the same event took place in Islamabad. And for the first time, we invited our Deputy Prime Minister to be part of these talks.
Right.
Now, when it comes to education, it is well known that Pakistan is one of the youngest nations in the world.
Exactly.
So this is why it is another very special focus for my team and I to develop cooperation between our young generations. And of course, education is a key priority for us. In this very important sector, we are trying to develop a systematic approach. It is not only about making money or inviting youngsters to study at our universities. So we want to develop a kind of full package solution from the day one when they apply for our universities till the day they graduate and they go back to Pakistan. And we feel responsibility to make sure that these youngsters will find a job in Pakistan.
Good.
So that's why we're
that's
developing
nice.
cooperation between our universities. For example, most of the students, they go to Kazakhstan to study at our medical universities. So what we're doing right now, for example, with our Kazakhstan house based in Lahore, we are planning next year to develop cooperation between our medical universities, hospitals, clinics, medical colleges based here in Pakistan, to give the opportunity to youngsters to have internship here in Pakistan. You know, and it will help us to develop academic mobility. It will be much better for, first of all, for youngsters. So my idea to give them an education of high quality and to develop, academic mobility, and everything should be affordable. This is our top priority. And apart from that, we are also developing so-called sports diplomacy. We signed an MOU between our Taekwondo federations. We signed an MOU between our golf federations, between our federations of mountaineering. So step by step, we are developing and activating different, as I said, sectors which could be mutually beneficial. It was in November, I believe, this month, there was an international Taekwondo tournament.
Yes, it was.
So Kazakhstan brought the biggest team. We had 36 Taekwondo fighters participating.
Yeah.
And we, on regular basis, we participate at the Islamabad Tennis Cup. So there are a lot of developments are taking place, and I'm really happy to see that it's growing. Our partnership, our cooperation is growing. And for example, at the first international Taekwondo tournament, we had something like 8 or 9 people. And as I said, last time we had 36. It means that people are...
It's improving.
Yes, it's improving.
improving.
Number is
And
increasing.
Exactly. And people, they are learning more about your beautiful country, and they understand that it is safe. People are very hospitable, beautiful nature, great infrastructure, and you can easily, travel to Kazakhstan, to Pakistan, since now we have direct flights. So,
Exactly.
yeah, this is what we're doing.
Okay, Mr. Ambassador, now I'm going to talk about the socio-economic ties between both these countries. I would ask that, are you satisfied with the current situation of these ties between both these countries, or do you see any more potential that it could be improved?
Definitely, it could be improved. Frankly speaking, I'm never satisfied with anything because I see that there is always room for development.
Room for improvement.
Definitely. So, as I said, when we talk about cooperation between Kazakhstan and Pakistan, I would say that there are three main dimensions. The first one is our bilateral cooperation. So developing cooperation between our countries, we can help each other, we can support each other economically wise as well. The second dimension is regional cooperation. Kazakhstan is located at the top of Central Asia, while you at the bottom having access to the warm waters. So it means that if we connect our countries, we have to cross at least two countries in the region. I mean, be it Afghanistan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, China. It means that if our connections are well developed, other countries in the region, they can enjoy this connectivity, and it will be useful for the whole region. Exactly. For example, Afghanistan today can serve as a transit hub connecting Kazakhstan, and not only Kazakhstan, in general Central Asia with Pakistan. And since our Central Asian region is a landlocked region, for us, developing cooperation with Pakistan from the economic point of view is extremely important. And another dimension, the third dimension, which is even, I believe, more important, it is about connecting continents.
Exactly.
Through developing connectivity and through your seaports based in Gwadar and Karachi. For example, Kazakhstan can have access to the African markets and to the Southeast Asian markets, the most populous markets today. And through Kazakhstan, Pakistan can have access to the Eurasian markets, one of the biggest markets in the world today.
So this is how continents are even going to be connected.
Exactly.
If these countries have strong ties.
This is why this is my firm belief that we should clearly understand the responsibility of our countries, not only for our bilateral cooperation,
but for our own benefit as well.
Exactly. And Kazakhstan as well as Pakistan can serve as regional hubs, connecting other countries in the region and in the continent.
Mr. Ambassador, now, I'm just going to change the mood a little.
Please.
And we've been talking about business cooperation, which of course needs to be improved. But now I want to ask you about your stay. You have visited Pakistan, you've talked about Gilgit-Baltistan, you've visited many other cities. Which other city has impressed you?
Bahawalpur.
Bahawalpur, wow.
It must be the culture. It must be the culture.
Culture, palace is very impressive.
History.
And favorite foods, what do you like to eat?
Even in our cuisines we have many commonalities. Plow, samosa,
it's the same.
naan. We have almost the same, like chapati.
So it feels like home in Pakistan.
Yeah. That's why I always say that I feel like it's a bit spicy for us, but still.
That we can lower the spices a bit.
Yeah. So lassi, for example, we have ayran, almost the same.
Lassi is the same.
Saltish, sweety. Yeah.
You get to sleep as well after a cup of lassi, or it's just Pakistani thing?
From time to time.
Depends if he has some work to do. He won't be sleeping.
Yeah.
This is amazing. So how better can we, as you mentioned, you've been organizing events here, mutual cooperation, media tours, and cultural exchanges. Do you think, how can we improve the connectivity? This is business ties, this is government ties, right? How can we improve the connectivity of the people, people-to-people connections, maybe?
Apart from the federal level, we should also engage regional level.
Exactly.
When I say regional level, I mean that we, now, for example, next year we are planning to establish twin city ties relations at the level of our cities. I mean, for example, we want to connect Lahore and Turkestan.
Oh, very nice.
Our cultural capitals.
Nice.
Turkestan in Kazakhstan is considered as a cradle for nomadic, Turkic civilization. And there is a mausoleum of one of the greatest Sufis, Hoja Ahmed Yassawi, who was the founder of the first Sufi order. Then we want to connect our financial capitals, Almaty and Karachi. Then we want to connect our textile hubs. I mean Faisalabad and Shymkent. Then Multan and Taraz, our agricultural centers, and of course our capitals. So this is the way we will be able to engage local business communities, academia, media communities. Yes, so we will be working on this.
That's an amazing step. Mr. Ambassador, lastly, if you want to send a message from Kazakhstan to the people of Pakistan.
My dear brothers and sisters, I would like to welcome you all to visit Kazakhstan. Please believe me, when you visit Kazakhstan, you will see how potential great is, and you will see the respect, love